Welcome to Nonprofit Marketing Minutes. Today I want to ask an important question. Why are so many nonprofits asking their marketing leaders to oversee a whole bunch of disciplines that are not marketing, but really operations adjacent? And how can we rectify it? This trend where nonprofit marketing leaders are tasked with overseeing not only marketing, but also sales, research, grants, communications, events, development, and more reflects a combination of resource constraints, leadership gaps, and a misunderstanding of marketing's role in nonprofit organizations. Here's why it's happening. Number one, chronic underfunding and overhead aversion. Nonprofits often operate on lean budgets with limited administrative support. To justify every salary, operations cram multiple functions into one role. Funders and boards may view investing in marketing or operations as non-essential, forcing leaders to consolidate roles into one headcount. Sometimes this means taking a marketing person and assigning them extra functions that they feel are more directly related to revenue, like events and fundraising. Number two, misunderstanding of marketing. Marketing is frequently misunderstood as simply communications, promotions, or fundraising collateral, not as a strategic growth function. This leads to the belief that marketing can absorb other roles like development, research, or even grant writing. In fact, marketing is a lot of things today. With more digital platforms to manage and new channels launching all the time, there's not only a lot to manage, but a lot to continually learn about, test, and optimize. Number three, blurring of boundaries. In mission-driven settings, roles evolve organically. Marketing leaders often take initiative across disciplines, and their competence leads to more responsibility, even when it's not really sustainable. Digital tools can create false perceptions that one person can do it all. Content analytics, social media, donor emails, and grant applications. I assure you that even if one person, who is likely suffering from burnout, is keeping that all afloat, they aren't able to do many of these functions well. And in today's marketing environment, mediocre marketing doesn't generate results. Number four, lack of cross-functional strategy. Without a clear organizational growth strategy, nonprofits default to reactive task assignments. If there's no development director or research lead, the marketer often fills the gap by default. If you find yourself or your organization suffering from the circumstances I just described, how do you rectify it? Start by reframing marketing as a strategic function. Educate your board and executive leadership on how marketing drives mission outcomes, community engagement, and fundraising capacity. Advocate for marketing as a revenue-enabling role, not just a communications tool. And ensure that marketing is embedded in organizational planning. Be certain that marketing has a seat at the table with leadership and is contributing to strategy rather than reacting to it. And use KPIs that align marketing efforts with program and fundraising outcomes so you can show clear ROI. You can also audit and restructure roles. Conduct a functional audit to clarify which departments like development, research, grants, or communications are owned by whom and what realistically belongs under marketing. Distinguish between collaboration, such as marketing support for grant visibility, and ownership, such as marketing writing the grants. And don't forget to consider the skill set of your marketing team. If grants are managed by marketing because there's no one else to manage them, then be realistic in what you can expect. Marketers who are writing grant applications as 20% of their role are not going to have the capacity or expertise to win every grant. And be sure to push for smart resourcing. Make the case for right-sized staffing models using benchmarks from peer organizations. Show the cost of burnout, turnover, and missed opportunities. And advocate for fractional support, like contractors or interns, to take on tactical tasks such as social media, CRM maintenance, and grant writing when possible. Finally, invest in professional development. If your marketers have to wear multiple hats, support them by developing cross-category leadership skills, while also creating space for specialists to emerge within your teams. Nonprofit marketers often suffer from burnout because they feel like they are on all the time. They're managing social media platforms that are engaging constituents 24/7, overseeing public relations efforts that don't stick to those 9-to-5 work hours, and being present at organizational events on nights and weekends. If we want them to succeed, they need reasonable scope and regular support. Burnout isn't a badge of honor, it's a signal that your structure needs attention.